You know, Domo, you should be happy you don't have feet. You don't have to deal with stuff like this. So I'm sure I've said this somewhere. I work in a yard. I drive a forklift. I haul heavy stuff up and down for a fat guy. Not the ideal job. What also wasn't ideal was the boots I thought were going to last me a lot longer. These were a pair of Dakota T-Max insulated, steel-toed. Still got what's left of the green triangle down in here. I bought these 3 years ago, so it's 2018. I would have bought them mid-2015. When I was oil patch, I would destroy a pair of boots a year. But I was making $5 a month, so throwing $200 at a pair of boots wasn't a big deal. Slightly different now, I'm making half as much. And I expect my boots to do at least twice as much. Maybe even more. What did I get? Well, I want you to look at this disaster. This has all come apart. I've replaced the laces twice. Twice on one, probably 3 times another. This was nice for ventilation on the hot days. Not so much on the cold ones. I honestly don't know how this would have come apart. I'm pulling my foot out, my heel getting stuck here. This seems like a design flaw you would not have had in a boot. And I bought these in 2015. The date of manufacture, 2013, so they sat on the shelves for 2 years. Made in the worst place you could have to make anything ever. And maybe they just don't, you know, maybe it's China, maybe the workers just don't live long enough to use a pair of boots. But then we get to this one. So here you can see a fair bit of that coming apart. They never got soaked wet. I never used them in the snow because they never held water out for anything. Would you look at this? This is a 3-year-old boot. Hang on, let's get to the good part. A 3-year-old boot in a yard. See that? That's the steel shank. That broke last year. So when I walked along, it made that noise. If your steel shank comes apart in the middle of a goddamn boot as a result of walk wear, you do not deserve the right. You do not deserve to be able to put this on your boot. About $200. Yeah, it didn't last very long. So, one of the reasons I'm making this is not just to gripe about my poor purchases, but it's that I have something of a record when these boots, I should have checked reviews and stuff. It's a pair of Harley Hansons. They have my green triangle. They're fucking they're a little baller with the color and all. And I'm going to find out how well these last, because from where I bought them at Mark's Work Warehouse, Mark's, for the princely sum of $199.99, I will be able to keep track of how I destroy them. Mostly so that, you know, it's like, hang on a minute, I still got the receipt. When did I buy these? Oh yeah, I bought them that day. Here's how they looked like, and here's what's wrong with them now. So I've got 100 days. Having these fall off my feet, I can take them back. I've also got a company policy that says they'll reimburse you for half the price of a pair of boots up to $200, and I'm fairly certain that because the gouging screwing tax came out to 10 and pushed it to $209, the supervisor I speak to with the $3,000 desk will try to find a way to fuck me out of it. Anyway, every other video I ever do about these boots, especially when they decide to start pissing me off, is going to be in my phone, so don't expect the awesome quality. Yeah. Hopefully, I get at least 6 months before something absolutely piles up on them. But if we do, I'm going to gripe about it and you're going to hear it. I'll talk to you in the future.